Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Life with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
You guys, it's another bright and sunshiny, beautiful day out here on the 41.36, but we don't expect it to last super long. It's very humid today and got a pretty good percentage of rain on the radar.
Yep, it's been raining basically almost every single day, just ever so slightly.
Yep, just enough to where if we would have cut in the ridge cap, that would have caused some problems.
A lot of problems.
I'm very happy that we pivoted and readjusted and moved on to electrical, as you guys saw on our last video.
Yeah, we got all the boxes laid out for the most part. I mean, the kitchen boxes, I know exactly where they're gonna go. Like, I mean, there's only so much spot that they can go, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't really want to mark it just yet. I know I've got to get that box regardless.
Right,
so
right.
It's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, we'll put it where it needs to go when I get all the final dimensions of whatever it is. You know, the counter heights could be different when it actually comes down to purchasing these things.
Yeah,
know?
But we are making our lists though and checking them twice.
Yep.
There were so many really great suggestions and stuff in the comment section. We did not forget the lights. We just didn't map it out because we already kind of know where they're gonna go. And yes, each of the rooms are going to have ceiling fans because those are most beneficial.
Yes.
I think the only rooms that aren't gonna get it is the hallway and the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Maybe the kitchen might not get one.
The kitchen might.
It might in the dining area.
In the dining room area.
But not like in the kitchen part.
Yeah, I like the fans. We're from the desert.
Too.
And fans are a huge benefit.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to move the air around one way or another. And
listen, when we lived in camp life and we just had the campers, right? We all would spend a lot of time outside on like that pallet deck area.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's no air conditioning out there, but hey, when we had a fan just blowing, it was such a relief. As long as you got some shade and some air moving, you can make it.
It tends to be a little bit nicer, right?
Yeah.
And then not only that, it helps out with the ACs as well.
It does.
You know,
it does.
If you don't know, there's two modes on fans for the most part. One to push air down and one to pull air up.
Yep.
So in certain climate times, that's when you want to swap them around. Like the winter, you want to push that cold air up and bring that hot air down.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of those things. And then vice versa, you want to disperse the cold air at the bottom and keep all the hot air up at the top in the summer, you know?
Good morning, Key. Good morning, Socks.
Well,
Little Socks come to bug us. Good morning. She's the good rat getter. She was the one that chased the rat. Which, speaking of the rats, I need to call the Orkin man and I really need to get them to do something. However, here's my dilemma. I don't want to put any rat bait or anything down there because I don't want the cats to eat the rat that got the bait or somehow get into the bait and then have an issue with my cats. I don't want my dogs to possibly get into it. I don't want the chickens to get into it. So I want to do something. I'm thinking, we actually were talking about it. We're thinking about doing one of those water traps. Have you guys ever seen those? Where you take a bucket of water, like a 5-gallon bucket of water. In our situation, I think we're going to need more than a 5-gallon bucket.
dude, those rats are
huge,
man. And I don't, you know, rat traps would be nice, you know, but at the same time.
They'll snap them like...
Well, the one in Arizona, right? Like we had this one in the house that we just were trying to get rid of the whole freaking time. And we ended up getting this beefier and beefier and beefier snap trap. And this joker would snap that thing off, but he wouldn't go. He wouldn't die.
Yeah. He wouldn't.
He'd be gone.
And you're
like, you gotta be freaking kidding me,
like,
dude.
How are you getting out of this thing, dude?
How? So I don't want any of that kind of scenario, right?
Well, we'll talk to the Orkin man, but the best kind of traps that we found is the water trap. And I know it sucks, guys, but you know, when you got pests, you got to get rid of them, right? So essentially what it is, it's a bucket and you put a stick going across the top of it and you fill the bucket with water. Deep enough to where they're not going to be able to get out of it, will tire themselves out and eventually fall to the bottom of the bucket, if you know what I'm saying, or float on top, depending. But
ideally a pole or something like that with it being hollow.
Yes.
So that way it can really rotate and move around.
You can do that, or you could take a stick and then you can put a bigger cylinder circle
around
thing, like a toilet
stick.
paper roll or something, right? That goes around that stick, and then you bait that roll with peanut butter and stuff like that. And so what happens is they climb on the stick to try to get to that. And then when they get on that part, it spins and they fall off and they fall down into the water and then they can't get out of the water. Yep. It's awful, but it's probably one of the best baits that we can figure out to use, man. Yeah, and it actually works really good. Now
that story I was talking about in Arizona, that's how we got that joker.
That's how we got rid of him finally.
And how we found out about that was we were like, what the heck, dude? Like, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way.
Yeah.
And we found a way.
We found the way. Life finds a way, so does death. It's horrible, but it's how it goes, man. Good morning, babies.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. They're so much happier down here, guys.
Yep. They're running amok.
They're all, are you guys going to open the door?
Having so much fun.
I'm going to come give you some loving. I'm going to come give you some loving. Good morning. Oh, okay. Good job. Nat, 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 nat. Nat, 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 nat. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Da, 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 da.
They actually do really well.
Come on, get down. Get down. I don't want you on me. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Come on, I'm gonna be kung fu fighting. Let's go. Let's go.
Spitball.
Nah. The spitball returned, guys. Look how happy they are now. They haven't spitballed in like a couple weeks in that other area. You know, because it was just too hot and they didn't have the energy, but now they got a whole lot more energy. They're so much more peppy than they have been. Woo! Louie. That's why I'm kung fu fighting out here, guys.
Ooh, look at this ground, dude. Like, this is
some black gold.
This is some black gold. I'm almost wanted to go grab that clover and throw this out over here.
It probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Man.
Hi, Layla.
That is some really nice. The goats are doing great.
Yeah, they are.
And this is awesome because now the dogs get to dig it all up and, you know,
move it all around.
Rut it up a little bit.
Are you guys gonna look at Layla? She's always the one that wants to come and get the love. Layla. I know, these two are just going nuts.
They're having a great old time.
It's because Louie jumped up on me and Luna's trying to be like, hey, you shouldn't have done that. And now she's just, you know, oh, Luna. Oh, Luna.
Good boy, Louie. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's the biggest out of them all, but he tries to always jump on me. He doesn't actually make contact, but he like, he jumps right up in my face, you know? He like gets like this and he doesn't actually put himself on me. We've got him to stop doing that because for a long time, they would like jump on you and like Abe would come down here trying to do something, you know, and get knocked over. So we've got them finally stop doing that. And how I do that is I put my I'm like, you know, but he still scares me though sometimes because he'll get up and his paws and he's like in my face and I'm tall.
I won't be scared of him. He's a
big boy. He's not gonna hurt me. I'm not scared of that. I'm scared of falling down and getting muddy.
I see what you're saying.
No, I'm not scared of him like that. I'm scared of getting dirty.
Okay.
Oh, babies. Oh, babies. They are so much happier though.
Yeah, puppy. Yeah.
All right, well, you guys are doing good.
Yeah, you guys are spitballs, man.
Y'all are wet.
Surprisingly, they're very clean.
Yeah, surprisingly.
You know?
Surprisingly. Why are you smelling my butt? Why are you smelling my butt? Does it smell good?
Oh.
Yeah. See, this is why they can't have nice things right here. Luna's gonna roll in it.
Mm-hmm. You gonna roll around in it?
Mm-hmm.
You guys still have a good water in this water trough yet?
Yeah, we gotta fill up this one, but they can wait a little bit.
You guys are all right. It's actually gonna be pretty cool today.
Yes.
Temperature-wise.
Yes.
Tomorrow's a different story, but we're not here tomorrow, we're here today.
Yeah. Well, we will be here tomorrow, God willing.
Yeah, hopefully, right?
But, yeah. All right, guys. Have a good day. Go on. Have a good day.
They do really well with it. They respect the door. They get more excited than anything. Oh, you're here. You know. Mm-hmm. These guys are happy.
They
do really good down here.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that they are down here because I don't know if you guys know this or not. Can't remember if we told you, but I got game cameras out there like crazy, and the amount of wildlife that's literally 50 yards that way. It's a little sketch, I'm not gonna lie.
I know I showed some game footage not too long ago. However, Gary just got some more game footage.
No.
Do you got that file still on your phone?
I believe I do.
Okay, I'm gonna steal it off of his phone and I'm gonna put it right here.
So yeah, there's a mama cub back there with 2 cubs.
Yeah.
About 50 yards away. So I seen that and that really made me really like, dogs and goats. Let's move things around a little bit. Let's get this area a little bit more. What the heck, man?
Yeah, I don't think the bear's gonna go after the dogs or the goats.
No, but
I really doubt it.
That's partly where it's like, there's, keep things around. That's why we got those dogs,
No, so they can bark and scare it away, right? They can just push it out in the forest a little bit more, No,
and honestly, the dogs down there, they don't really go too ape crazy, At night they might, especially if it's a full moon, they might howl at the moon a lot.
Yesterday they were howling. Yesterday, or was it the day before?
That was the day before.
Yeah.
But that was because our dogs up here were barking and going crazy.
But the dogs down there, they were howling, dude. In the morning, it wasn't at night. So that's why we know it was because the other ones were barking, but still.
But if there's noise or if there's something around, they're the ones that will alert you immediately saying, hey, something's going on. Something's
Who's in
down
my
here.
yard?
What is over here, And they don't just like bark at nothing, They're actually really, really obedient in that aspect. And like even today, I went and walked around in the forest and in the woods and everything else like that. I was coming up and I know that they can smell me and know that it's me, but they still were like unsure, because they couldn't see me. I was in the forest.
They were still on alert.
On alert, just
Huh? What's going on over here?
Like not really going crazy, but I was like, yep, okay. And then of course Louie went a little nuts.
Well,
Louie's
the brute, man.
Louie's the one that will just be like, whoa, what the heck is going on?
Luna is in charge,
yes.
But Louie is like the bouncer,
But it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the way everything's going and with the animals and how everything's been happening. They're getting the electrical somewhat situated and figured out to where we know how many boxes we're going to need to order. And
now we have not placed our order yet because we wanted to wait for your guys' input. We also know that it's still going to be a little while until we actually run the electrical wire. What we're trying to focus on right now, guys, is we're trying to
tidy up every little thing.
Every little thing. Like
we've been working on in the back. Or anything on this. Because, there's a lot. And we've been trying to go steadily in one direction, right?
Yes, we're trying to. But then we're playing hopscotch with the weather like this week, right? I still got all the boars the same.
But hey, you got 2 pallets.
Well,
pretty much ready.
I got a quarter of this pallet left, and it was stacked really nicely, but we let the goats graze and they decided to jump all over it. So,
Yeah, what it is what it is. But anyway, we got to do the ridge cap still.
Yep.
Up on the roof, right?
Yep.
We still have to do our soffit all the way around.
Yes.
There's flashing that needs to be done before we do the siding and all that kind of stuff. So there's little things like that. And then also like the deck, there's certain joist bands and certain like things like that I'm like, hey, let's get these things done real quick. Let's tidy up as much as humanly possible.
Well,
let's get all the blocks done. We've got all that zip board up there. We might as well get it to where it's good on that back deck. So
well, here's the thing that me and Gary kind of like talked about when we were doing the electrical, right? And also kind of going back to when Gary tidied up and cleaned up inside the cabin. We figured out all of the materials we have on deck, right?
Yeah.
We already purchased some of these things. Like we already bought some of this stuff that we need to just use it now.
Just use it,
because it's taking up space inside the cabin. We're having to like walk around it and deal around it. And it needs to get done. It's just not the most exciting stuff, but it's stuff that needs to get done.
Yeah, sort of like walking around marking out where all the electrical boxes are.
Yes,
so
it's not.
And say how many boxes do I need?
Not exactly the most exciting of things, right?
No.
But needs to get done.
No, but hey, we're gonna show them something that we got.
Oh, you guys want to see a sneak peek?
A sneak peek of something?
We ended up going to town yesterday, and we went to Home Depot, and Gary got himself a new tool that we were needing. And we are going to be able to move on with some of the stuff that we have inside the house that we already bought, but also we're gonna start working on the siding, guys. Like it's getting to that point where we're probably gonna finish the siding before we'd run the electrical. But again, with us mapping out the electrical, it keeps it in mind for us so then we can pre-plan and pre-budget things. So sometimes you'll see us doing stuff, but then or preparing for stuff, but then you won't actually see us doing that task until a few weeks later because what you saw was the preparation. We're trying to bring you guys in for like all of it.
I'll say this on putting the siding in before the electrical is always a smart move. Because one, you're gonna be putting a lot of nails in there. And yes, you should be putting that, that wire far enough in to where it shouldn't get hit by a nail or anything else like that. However, things happen. You know what I mean? Like it could just blow through a piece of material and
now you just ruined your wire.
And go into that wire, and now you're sort of SOL and having to start from scratch on that.
There is a method to the madness, friends.
So there's little things like that, right?
Sometimes there's more madness than method, but hey, there's method and madness together in one.
It is what it is, right? So that being said, though, I'm super happy because I did get myself a tool.
Yay!
Brand new, still in the box.
Yeah, we haven't even opened it yet.
It's still stapled, but I'm excited about this because I've been needing a new one. Got some nails, we needed nails, and that was a nightmare to get. I don't know if any of y'all have ever went in and tried to get nails or a nail gun or anything else and try to get the specific one for you. It's a nightmare, okay? It's a nightmare because there's degrees, there's gauges, there's all sorts of different things and nothing wants to line up. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like they'll have the right degree but not the right thickness and length and then vice versa.
It's what in the world? And then I have a Harbor Freight one that's a 28 degree and try to find a 28 degree anything in Home Depot. It was not possible. I tried, trust me. So with that, I digress. 21 degree nailer. Framing nailer itself, I wanted to get a finishing one, but they don't have a 3 1/4 finishing nailer. Like, I would love to have a 3 1/4 finishing nailer, but they don't have it. They only had it up to like 2 1/2. This one goes at least up to 3 1/4. Now, there's a reason why I need that thickness for hanging siding.
But that's all the sneak peeks you guys are getting today. I know I'm a stinker. But you guys are gonna be seeing that on our next video on Simple Life Reclaimed. We're actually gonna be showing you guys some of the process because it was quite a process to figure out how we're gonna be moving this siding up and on the building. I'll give you guys one more little sneak peek, just a little. It has to do with the thickness right here. All right, see how there's that space? And that's not it. Grab one of those, grab those cutoffs right there on the floor. Right there on the floor. Now just put this in your imagination because this is what we were dealing with and this is what sometimes stalls us and takes a while. So there's this. This is your guys' final little sneak peek, okay? Now look on this side right here. You see how it sticks out by the window some? That's with 0 furring strips, 0 breathe netting, 0 anything. That's just this board straight on the wall. And we know we want breathe netting, we know we want boards, we know we want stuff so it can potentially make it stick out much further, which we don't really.
Ideally, right about there.
Yeah, that would be fine. The thing that we don't want to show is,
say I use something like this.
That would actually be kind of a, well, it depends. Yeah, you could see it. You could see the butt joint right there. So let me try to focus the camera a little bit better.
It's like almost perfect size.
Yeah, that would be almost perfect size. But this butt joint right here, is what we really want to hide. So pull those out just a little bit. This is what we're talking about. You see how the pieces to the puzzle connect right there? I'm holding it on the bottom so I can't point at it, but
right here.
Yeah, right there, guys. We don't want that to show because then that makes it more like obvious that it's not real logs. Let's be real, we all know that it's like faux log siding. However, you want it to look the most realistic as possible. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're aiming to do here. So, I mean, in all reality, we would like it to be as close to it as possible, like this. But we do know that we have to have furring strips or the mesh net or something down behind this. So that way, because this is the interior wall, I guess, interior, because it's a mudroom. But on the outside of the building, we for sure want it because wood rots fast out here.
So just trying to mimic whatever is outside, and this would be a really great spot to do like a test to see, and it would be done, you know?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
It would be nice and everything else, but this would give us a really good idea for the rest of the siding everywhere else.
Yeah, to move forward.
Correct. Yeah. So that's where our minds are and thinking wise is trying to figure out and buttoning up what the materials that we have on hand, get it to where we can finish up certain things in the mix of everything.
Right.
And try to cross off all the other things off the list as much as humanly possible.
Right. So all that being said, we took an adventure off to Home Depot yesterday. Gary did finally decide on the type of screening that he was going to be using, whether he went with the mesh screening or he went with the furring strips. You guys are going to have to find out what we decided on in our next video on Simple Life Reclaimed, which is coming out tomorrow, friends, tomorrow. Yep. So yeah, you guys can kind of see some of that behind the scenes. We're going to go into that a little bit more in full detail, and we're going to start getting busy, at least here on this front room.
Yep, 100%.
Yep.
So
that's pretty much where we're at right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. It's all the update that we got for you guys here on Real Life today, friends. That's it. That's all we got. But we will be back with another episode here on Real Life with SLR tomorrow for you guys. Trying to keep them at 10 o'clock in the morning, so make sure your notifications are turned on, or just come back tomorrow at 10.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll see you guys then. And we're gonna get busy working on lots of these other things and film out another Simple Life video for you guys. So hope you guys have a good one today. We love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.